Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Guess what's back? The XRP tip bot is back. Users can now send and receive XRP via Twitter, as the XRPL tip bot is now functional, guys. This is coming from Ian Binns here on Twitter, but I was seeing this announcement everywhere over there on Twitter. For those of you guys who have been around for a while, you know what the tip bot is all about. A way to send XRP over Twitter. XRPL tip bot returns to Twitter after a temporary suspension. So, we haven't really seen it being utilized for a couple of years. However, Forex Cadet, the author of the XRPL Tipbot X app, excitedly announced the return of the XRP Tipbot to the crypto community. The Tipbot, a tipping service on the XRP ledger, had been temporarily disabled due to Twitter's policy changes affecting developer access to their API. But now Forex Cadet has come out and they've said it's back. The tip bot for the XRPL is now back in service, but somewhat wounded by the Twitter policy changes. Tips can now be sent to and from, so you can send and receive as before, although it might take a few extra seconds to detect your tweets. So you can start here, guys. I will link this in the description of the video if you want to sign up for the tip bot. They've already produced a little video here all about the new XRP Ledger tip bot, and apparently it was posted a year ago. So they've been in development for a while, introducing XRP Ledger tip bot for sending tips on Twitter. And I'm not going to play this video, but I will scroll through it. They give you guys a little bit of a demonstration here, how you do this. So for your Twitter handle, you can send a tweet, and then you can go plus 5 XRP or put whatever number you want there at my friend, so at whoever you want to tip, with the hashtag #tipwithsum. So what I'm assuming here, and I haven't looked into it, I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked into it yet. I just happened to see this about an hour ago. It looks like you have to link it to your Sum wallet. So if you do have an XRP balance in your Sum wallet, you can link it here, and then you can send tips over Twitter to people who you believe do deserve tips. That XRP, I'm thinking it's going to go to their Sum wallet. And you can also send casino coin as well. So interesting features here. It gives you guys a description. It is a 4-minute video. I will link it in the description of this video if you guys are interested. So wanted to thank Forex Cadet and of course Ian Binns here for just reminding us of that. So it's funny how they were clawing back in 2020 when the XRP lawsuit was announced. But now we're seeing developers create more and more utility for XRP, even in the United States of America, because we're getting so much closer. I think, this is just speculation, but I think it's because we're getting very, very close to a lawsuit verdict. And I've always wondered why Uphold didn't delist XRP. We're happy that they did not delist XRP. JP Terrio here, in an older interview, he gave a bit of an explanation back then. Let's not forget, okay, Cowboy Crypto posted this. Former Ripple executive invests $57.5 million in Uphold. So JP Terrio, the CEO of Uphold, probably wouldn't have been a good look had they delisted XRP. So that could have been one reason. Another reason, though, well, listen to what he says.
Is XRP today a security? I think very clearly it is not. And so something that I think you yourself, Greg, brought up in the past, the mission statement of the SEC or high ranking in that multifaceted mission statement is consumer protection. And if you are going to seek to disgorge 1.34 billion that may have been, achieved or sold, violating again some of those concepts of asymmetrical information and selective disclosure, the question is, how much damage are you going to cause to consumers in that pursuit? And I think in this case, the answer has been, a significant amount. It's hard to measure, of course, but obviously it's created a crisis for Ripple and for XRP. Predictably, exchanges like Coinbase, who has to think about the fact that it's going public, although Coinbase has never been a big fan of Ripple's to begin with, but with the additional complication of also being about to go public, that was writing on the wall. So for us, until the complaint is adjudicated against Ripple, specifically citing that XRP is a security today, which would be the part that would affect our business, we're continuing to support. And I think every legal mind that we have interaction with, and I'd like to think we've chosen lawyers well. One of our lawyers is in fact the ex-head of the SEC's New York office. All of them feel that it's fairly clear that XRP is not a security today. So we'll wait and see how this thing plays out, but I'd be surprised if there was an outcome that suggested that XRP was a security. And if there were, that wouldn't just be disastrous for XRP, it would be disastrous for dozens and dozens of crypto ecosystems that went through similar trajectories.
He said it back then. I think this interview is from a couple of years ago. He said it back then, but nothing has changed since then. I mean, XRP still not considered a security in the eyes of, well, you heard him. He has lawyers on staff, ex-SEC, the head of the SEC in New York, and all his lawyers said, at this moment in time, we do not think XRP is a security. So the reason Uphold decided to, continue to list XRP, well, maybe multifaceted nevertheless. I think this does speak volumes. With regards to Ripple-enabled companies, though, they're continuing to develop. They're not holding back, and a lot of the reason for that is because they operate globally and not, specifically in the U.S. One of those is Temenos, and today they announced that Convera, the largest non-bank global B2B payments provider, has selected Temenos Payments Hub running on the Temenos cloud to modernize its payment infrastructure. Convera will overhaul its payment engine by progressively replacing legacy systems with Temenos' robust, scalable platform to standardize its international commercial payments on a single platform, and Temenos' platform capability to intelligently route payments over Convera's global partner bank network will allow for greater efficiencies and improve customer service. Convera will also use Temenos' data hub capabilities for real-time data management. Temenos' composable platform can easily integrate with Convera's existing infrastructure, which includes integrated compliance systems and payment gateways, increasing automation and time to value. So Temenos, one of those back-end companies that works on the integration for those big banks, big financial providers. These guys are a big provider of technology, and they have been Ripple enabled since, I believe, 2015 or 2016. I believe, I'm assuming a lot of their integration, a lot of the stuff they're doing today likely has to do with the ISO 20022 integration. So these guys are keeping very, very busy. Convera is just one of the latest companies that is now deciding to move on with Temenos, a Ripple-enabled partner, competitive here in offering multiple services. They offer single platform across all banking verticals, fintechs, and associated business segments, including payments and core banking. And as a result, it benefits from higher investment in R&D. So, it seems like every single day there's a Ripple-enabled partner that is doing something new, modernizing, merging with another company, buying out a company, providing new services, and, at the center of it all, better technology, DLT platform for payments specifically. That is what's getting everybody excited, and that is where we'll see Ripple partners thrive. We've been seeing it for years now, and it just continues to grow. So great news there. Also wanted to mention this from Mr. Mann on Twitter. Ripple Partner City, they're launching a new digital commercial banking platform, and they want to bring all their global products and services onto one single digital platform, providing clients with a consolidated view across their cash, loans, trade, FX servicing, and onboarding relationships with Citibank. So in other capacities, banks already have, a large client base. So they also are looking for ways to streamline this. The bank adds that the new platform has been created in close collaboration with CCB clients, as a result of which it offers an intuitive and seamless digital experience. Well, that sounds to me like DLT technology, managing all things finance for their clients. Key features include access to data-driven insights to help in decision-making, management of day-to-day banking interactions in one place, opening digital accounts, requesting new products and services, and extending the self-service functionality. And here's a quote from Mark Sugden, head of Citi Direct Commercial Banking. He says, "Our new banking platform has been designed and built with a client-centric focus. The outcome is an innovative platform that responds to our clients' complex needs and their expectations of a simple and intuitive digital banking experience." Everybody just wants it to be simple, intuitive. They just want it to work. Let the pros create the back end for it to work. RippleNet enabling all these banks, all these financial institutions with the ability to do that for their clients. So, it's really a win-win for everybody. Wanted to thank Mr. Mann for posting that. Also happened to see this, guys. Marath Kahneman posting this with regards to Ripple partner Nubank and eBanks. Okay, so Brazil's eBanks partners with Nubank to offer payment services to customers. Brazilian financial technology company eBanks said on Tuesday that it has signed a deal to partner with digital bank Nubank to offer more payment services for its customers as it tries to consolidate and expand operations in Latin America. We know Ripple has been expanding in Latin America, and these banking partnerships are some examples of that. eBanks will now offer corporate customers the option of paying via NewPay, an alternative payment method developed by Nubank for international purchases. eBank's 1,600 corporate clients include Airbnb, Shopee, and Uber. Alternative payment methods have helped drive the growth of e-commerce in Latin America and already account for 39% of the total digital commerce volume in the region, eBank said. So Ripple partners here continuing on their mission to provide better services for their customers. We also got to remember Brazil, the Central Bank of Brazil, does have a partnership with Ripple as well. I think it was back in 2020. I don't know. For some reason, dates stick in my head. I feel like it was May 2020 where Brad Garlinghouse did go down to Brazil or did have a meeting with the Brazilian Central Bank, or maybe it was 2021. Had a meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil, and they were discussing something. Later on, not too long after, we did hear of a partnership between Brazil's Central Bank and Ripple. So, they're already very crypto friendly and, want to use the DLT technology provided by Ripple. And so, when government fosters innovation and, favors DLT technology and new upgrades to the financial system, well, that just makes it a lot easier for the banks in those countries to also adopt the technology. So, it's no surprise that we're seeing this in countries like Brazil. I'm just happy that it's happening somewhere. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Also happen to see this, guys, from Chad Steingraber here on Twitter with regards to Volente. Now, FedNow is going to launch very, very soon. In about a week, July the 20th is that go-live date. Premier FedNow provider is hooked in globally, he says. The Middle East is a major key to this. Now, we just recently got some news here that Volpay, through Volente, is elevating customer experience beyond instant payments in the Middle East. Okay? Note that they say beyond instant payments. So instant payments is one thing, but that clearly isn't the only vertical these guys are looking at. And you guys can see this is an article about that. Real-time payment activity has been particularly concentrated in Bahrain and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, major oil producers, with the former projected to become a leader in consumer adoption and the latter continuing to represent the largest instant payments market by transaction volume, following closely behind the United Arab Emirates, whose recent implementation of the National Payment System strategy is expected to significantly accelerate the adoption of real-time payments in the country over the coming months. However, while instant payments growth in the Middle East appears to be a net positive for consumers and also poses considerable challenges, blah, blah, blah. They talk a little bit about revenue, service fees. They talk a little bit about how DLT technology is good for payments. And I was reading this and I could not find any other reasons why they were considering DLT being good beyond payments, or Volpay being good beyond instant payments. I was looking for that. So, a little bit of speculation here. We look at these countries in the Middle East, and they're all huge oil producers. Chad Steingraber's picked up on this. Built on RippleNet and harnessing the power of the cloud, imagine trading oil globally with sub-second settlements. It is coming. The other thing I wanted to mention was this tweet here, also coincidentally posted yesterday by Jack the Rippler. Boom. Saudi Arabia is going to use XRP to settle money from the B. It's oil money, baby. Saudi British Bank, SABB, launches instant cross-border transfer services in the U.S. corridor powered by Ripple. So this is not new news. This came out in 2021. However, it all kind of speaks to this whole MENA region, all these Middle Eastern countries running on RippleNet, wanting to be able to have that easy flow of money. And we know their major export is oil. So, you just put two and two together and you can kind of see where this is going. I think, personally, Volpay now, just recently, so that was from 2021, but the Volpay stuff, guys, is happening right now. So both Ripple-enabled, SAB Bank, and all these other Ripple-enabled companies, plus, just on top of it all, we know about the large efforts Ripple has taken to permeate the Middle East just in general. So, taking a look at this, it's looking as though there could be a lot of money flowing through the RippleNet protocol. So just wanted to thank Jack the Rippler there and Chad Steingraber. I'm going to keep my eye on this to see if we can come up with any more definitive news about oil money or even just oil trading running through RippleNet technology. But anyway, wanted to thank them in the meantime. Also happen to see this now, interesting, because even though XRP is still fully legal and licensed in Canada, it was never affected by the SEC lawsuit, obviously, because it's a different country. BitBuy, a major Canadian exchange, has reinstated XRP trading. This company here, BitBuy, this is a Canadian exchange, they delisted XRP. This move, made without public announcement, marks the second relisting of XRP for, I don't know if it's for a Canadian exchange specifically or just an exchange in general. XRP made re-entry onto BitBuy, one of Canada's leading trading platforms. This move marks the second instance of a previously delisted XRP being reinstated, as anticipation continues to mount over the impending resolution of the legal dispute between Ripple and the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. From delisting to relisting, a quiet transition. The other thing is, they didn't make a big deal of it at all. They just did it. Mason here posted it originally, breaking XRP has been quietly relisted on Canadian exchange BitBuy. You guys can see XRP is trading on this Canadian exchange. On closer inspection, the BitBuy mobile app now confirms that it supports XRP once more, with all trading features restored. To further cement this decision, BitBuy has recently made revisions to its official crypto assets statement. So I don't know if you guys know, if you're from Canada and you're trading crypto, you probably do know Canada has kind of moved very, very quickly with regulating cryptocurrencies. There are clear rules for what you can trade, what you can't trade. I feel like a lot of these exchanges are catching up with what's going on in Canada. To list XRP in Canada, I guess if the Canadian equivalent of the SEC is saying, no, XRP is good to go, these exchanges are going to list XRP. And I know there are other exchanges in Canada too that already do list XRP and never even delisted it. So it's interesting that BitBuy just decided out of the blue that they are going to relist XRP. Why though? Did they delist it in the first place? I happen to see this from a couple of years ago. When they delisted it originally, BitBuy has become another Canadian exchange to delist XRP. Previously, Newton, CoinSmart also removed it, but it seems like NDAX and Coinberry will announce the same news soon. So why is XRP being removed from Canadian exchanges? Good question, considering the SEC does not affect Canada. And even down here, they kind of dance around the question, but they kind of get into it, I guess. As a regulated marketplace, BitBuy and Newton will be able to offer Canadians true market prices, more altcoins, no trading limits, and greater confidence and transparency. However, it means BitBuy and Newton must abide by the OSC, so that's the Ontario Security Commission rules, and remain compliant. Their choice to delist XRP shows the OSC that they take compliance seriously. So was it just a move to show, that, I'm a serious exchange. We want to follow the rules. We want to be compliant in the future. Again, guys, this was an article from 2 years ago when the SEC lawsuit was originally announced. So you can see the exchanges, probably not just in the US, but many other countries, where the regulation was still shaky at the time, wanted to, the optics wanted to be, okay, look, regulators, we're good boys and girls. We'll do what you need to do. So maybe they delisted XRP for that purpose. Maybe now, considering, there are more clear rules in Canada with regards to trading cryptos, XRP is definitely being listed on many exchanges in Canada. It was never really a question. However, it could be that. It also could be that BitBuy might know something about the SEC lawsuit that we do not know. All very good questions, of course, very speculative, but guys, all things considered, it's positive that XRP is being promoted on these exchanges. I'm glad to see more relistings. You got to think about it. This means more on-ramps for FOMO buying once we do get that positive verdict. In this morning's video, I was talking about a possible $30 XRP, and yeah, guys, there is a potential route to get to that price. If you didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. And I think that could be just the beginning. Once we see the real-world utility, that's going to spur on even more price appreciation, but that's going to happen over years. This is why I'm still going to be holding a portion of my XRP for the long term, but that's just my opinion, guys. You can follow me too on my Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, to follow my trading journey this coming bull run. I'm diversifying into a handful of cryptos, 10 to 15 alternative coins on top of my current positions in XRP, Algorand, HBAR, Bitcoin, just to name a few. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you can follow me there, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But really, I can't wait till this show gets on the road. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.